summer afternoon for football. We welcome you to Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Houston Texans. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson, screen play, Johnson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Complete to Duke.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run for the first time with James Conner. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
The ball carrier.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Watch twins. Watch twins. 70 Lions.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. A shotgun snap for Watson. And Thomas has it. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the gun on third, Watson. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
At the 31-yard line.
And now this throw complete to Washington.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On third down, Roethlisberger into a double team, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
1st and 10.
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this street, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers, to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
We got 4. We got 4.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
He's tackled at the...
We're scoreless after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. They're looking at a 3rd and a yard to start things out. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And this will be taken at the 13. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
At the 25-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Watson to give. This is Johnson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Watson, off play action. He finds his man Johnson. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Watson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. A first down carry here for Johnson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Scott, his first carry. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 34. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. And it's complete. Stills. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Let's go. Let's go. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Good track. That's 24.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Thomas has got it, complete. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. 7 yards, the pickup there.
2nd and 3.
2nd down and 3. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Third and 2, Watson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
They turn to the fullback, Gillespie, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Texans 7, Steelers nothing. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 22 yards there, a first down.
Pittsburgh Steelers. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Easy. 44. You got nothing. Check 13. Check 13. 51 to
Again, it's Roethlisberger. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Ben leaves to counter on the draw. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Again, a run with counter. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
The ball carrier.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Roethlisberger now to throw on third down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Again, it's counter.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Flush to his right. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And now Watson throws another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
You 30? Show it. Jack 16. World.
On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Gun, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Watson. He gives it to Thomas. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick. And the return will stop right around the 25. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. On first down, it's Samuels. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Partners, a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
No gain on the play.
A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
On second down now, it's Connor. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going, pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14. Now Watson. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good.
And this is going to be intercepted. picked off by Mike Hilton. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they'll work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go. Pick it up. Come on. 555. 555. Check.
Watson now to throw. It's complete to Fuller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Now how about that? Rattled by a big play on the previous snap, they bounced back, and that's exactly what they needed defensively, getting a big play of their own.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He's got 3 yards to pick up there.
Complete to Will Fuller. It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Houston.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Set. 19. Come on, man. Come get set. Come get set. Come on, come get set. Here we go. Mark 55. Check 55. Mark. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Give me the car. What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. One last throw here for Watson. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.
10.